all this stuff in your cars and all this stuff, and it's for you. God did not give it to us for us. Yes. He gave it to us for one another. Yes. When we was young and didn't have none, me and him was talking about, me and Mike was talking about when it was 10 of us, all of us lined up like this right here in the air conditioner in my mama room, and everybody on the floor trying to catch air. One fan.
Wow. That's old school.
Do you hear what I'm saying? And if God brought us off that floor and got us living in mansions and got us living in rides, what you think our children going to do? They don't know poverty.
No.
And we got to teach them and let them never forget where we come from.
Right.
Sometimes we don't go back and talk about where we came from, because guess what? You don't want nobody to know where you come from. Oh, that wasn't my fault. That was my mama's fault. But this how I live. Because this what? No, your mama taught you that so you could know how to treat people. Either you're going to be arrogant and no good, like some people, they got all that stuff, they arrogant. But guess what it is? They're ashamed of who they used to be. So now they got a pride spirit, and he said pride come right before a fall.
Yes.
So God wants us to honor each other. He wants to learn how to love each other. We don't act the same. All of us got different personalities. Because I snap on you a minute now. Everybody know me. I will snap. But I don't just snap just to snap. When I snap, you don't cause me to snap. You know, so I'm just saying everybody got our different personalities. But even in our personality, like I asked the grandmamas, y'all got stuff down in y'all heart. Everybody keeps saying, well, I'm not a speaker. I don't talk. I don't this. Guess what? You ain't got to be. But it's some you don't went through can touch somebody. Yes. It's some you don't went through that I ain't go through. Yes. It's different things. I used to be on drugs. You wouldn't know it if I didn't tell you. That's because God looked beyond my fault and he saw my needs.
Yes.
For such a time as this.
Yes.
So don't matter where you've been to or nothing. When you go to church, nobody say nothing about where they've been. Everybody sit there like they've been saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost, fire, baptized all their life. Wow. They living a lie. And when change say, you got to change and let them know what God don't brought you from. Yeah. But they are like they start you clean and you can't get folks in the church. Because half of the good folks ain't in the church. Because the church ain't going to receive us. Wow. But God is calling for the good Samaritan. The good Samaritan is the people that when you see somebody on that ground, like when they gave you in the good Samaritan, when they walked around and all the priests ran to the church because they had to get to church and the man was bleeding and going through and they would stop to see about him. And that good Samaritan came and say, hold up, wait a minute. Let me pick you up and bind up your wounds. God didn't say who the man was, how the man lived, or was the man a dope addict, was he a dope seller? He didn't describe who the man was. So if God put it in the Bible, it was something significant about it. Right. All of us here today are good Samaritans. God is calling for the good Samaritan because when the church failed and walked and left those people on the ground, that's when the good Samaritan came to his rescue, and God said, today he's calling for the good Samaritan. He said, because the church don't fail us. Yes. So he's calling for the good Samaritan to reach down and pick up somebody that wounds need to be bound. Yes. Picked him up and put him on his donkey and took him to the motel and told the man, see about him. Wow. I'll pay you this right here. And then all that he goes over this. Yes. When I come back, I will pay you all that he in need of. That's what God calling for today. He's calling for you. He's calling for all of us good Samaritans. Don't look at yourself and say, I'm not good enough. I'm not clean enough. God found good in you because he chose you. You didn't choose him.
That's right.
So we can't have a new change without the maker. Because that's what the black people was founded on, prayer. And we was founded on the God. And he said, find that old way and walk there in it. So we must go and find that old way that was good enough for your mama, your grandmama, and all of those people to get you up off of that floor, get you to go and get all them degrees, get you a new Mercedes Benz, you know, to get you to finna go for chef. Come on now. What kind of God y'all think we serve? We serve a mighty God. And all he wants you to do is get him a little bit of time. I tell everybody, I said, if you got some problems and you don't know how to solve them, when you go in that secret closet, I'm talking about the real closet, and when you go in your real closet and you shut yourself up with them clothes, I mean, when you come out there, you're a whole different person. Because I mean, God go in there and God pull some stuff out of you that you don't even know in you. And you ain't know nothing you're dealing with but you and me and God. And when you go in that closet, you check that door and you say, God is me, and it's me alone need you right now. I don't care, like he say, I ain't worrying about no gas. I ain't worrying about no rent. I ain't worrying about nothing. Because guess what? He is who he is. He say, I am that I am who sent us here today. So we all, where you look like it's a little bit of people, guess what? We got an impact that you can't even imagine.
That's right.
Yesterday we had hundreds of people passing by here with an impact that we have never been in Rockdale County before. You're doing an impact when people pass by here and see y'all sitting in this yard. They know it's something about something that's finna change here in Rockdale County. We're finna change things. We're finna change things for each and every one of us. Just like they say, we ain't into no color. No. Because the white children are our children. And whenever they get in trouble, God is calling for Barack Obama now to come and help his children. Our children are in trouble. Our white children are in trouble. They have sold America to everybody. Everybody but us. They don't give a piece of the rock to everybody but us. Everybody can come and get on welfare and food stamp but us. And we built this country. We built the greatest country in the world. And I say, who they think built it? When God say he made us go over the Red Sea, do you know the Red Sea was? The Red Sea was America. When we're looking for the lost tribe of Judah, you are the children of the lost tribe of Judah. You are in the promised land. There's no greater country in the world than what we're in, because we are in the promised land. And if you think of another promised land somewhere else, you go stay there. There is no other promised land but us. For Barack Obama to even be where he at, we are in the promised land. We have route, like Martin Luther King say, I may not get to the mountaintop, but my children and you will get to the mountaintop. So we are now at the mountaintop.
Hallelujah.
Your son may be the next president. By him walking out there, that baby got a new outlook. We got a new brightness in ourselves. They have told us we are mountain, but guess what? We are a peculiar people.
That's right.
We are a peculiar people. Nobody fight us like we fight. They fight us and we ain't got a quarter, and they still fight. How can you fight a man when he's on the ground if he's nothing and you up there? That means to tell you that man on the ground, if he ever get off that ground and turn around and get on his knees and cry before his God, wonder what we'll come out to be. What a magnificent thing God is about to do. We have not seen, our ears have not heard what God is about to do for us today. Only God have done it for you. Only God have done it for your grandchildren. When your grandchildren look back on your geography, like whatever he said, with your background, I'm not spiritually inclined with y'all educated people. Let me break it down to an F-minus student.
Break it down, girl.
When they go back and look at the grandmama, see what the grandmama done. My grandma used to feed everybody. My grandmama gave clothes to the homeless. My grandmama done something. My mama done something. Make your child proud of you. You know, I got off of drugs because I didn't want nobody to say nothing bad about me to my children. So today my children can look at me and be proud of me. They can't, people can judge your past, but guess what? They can't find no fault in your future. God wants you to look up and turn around and dust off yourself and say, God, look at me. I got brand new clothes. I got a brand new attitude. I got a brand new look about myself. And tomorrow won't nobody know you, because guess what? You won't know yourself. And God is calling for us today. You're not here by accident. God don't make accidents. God is calling for his good Samaritan. That means good people that loves the Lord but don't want to go through no fake stuff. Fakeness is over. So tomorrow and the day when you leave here, you call somebody and wake somebody up and say, hey, God don't woke me up today, so I just called to wake you up and let you know there is a new day. There is a change coming. And guess what? I thank God that he called us from the foundation of the earth to be such a people as that. That we are in the end days. And if God called you for the end times, guess what? You got to be a powerful warrior. You got to be a powerful warrior to even be at this particular time in your life that God have called you from generation to generation to generation and have called us to do a new thing. And if you don't take advantage of this today, don't look at me and get mad with me. Don't roll your eyes at me, because guess what? God say, I knocked on the door and they didn't hear me. I pulled their hair, they didn't hear me. I pulled a coattail and they say, no, God, it ain't time. It ain't enough people to speak. Oh, God, it ain't enough time for me to do that. And God said, if it ain't enough time now, I'm going to go and take somebody. God is looking for somebody just to come see about you. God is looking for somebody to just say, God, I yield, God. Send me. Don't send Helen. Don't send Wilma. Don't send nobody in my place. God, send me.